Yo!
Yo!
Yo, 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 yo. Let's start this out with this.
A little whiplash for you.
That's it. Hurt your neck a little bit. What's up, everybody? My name is Dust Mites, and welcome to the Tricker Beatz 2, the sequel, listening live stream event at 7 p.m. on a Sunday. That's how I do things, people. It's not 9 p.m. on a Friday. It's 7 p.m. on a Sunday. Put your kids to bed and get in here and hang out with us. That's it right there. That's the peak. All right, I want to bring that down a little bit.
Damn, bro, that makes me want to get ready to fight Clubber Lang right there.
Speaking about putting the kids to bed early, joined by the man, the myth, the legend, the vendetta. Ralphie's in the house with me. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, what's good, family?
Hey, I the rumor is I had a little bit of list of people gonna be here, but you know how it is. You ask someone on Sunday at 2:00, hey, you want? Yeah, I'll be there. We'll see. Let's see when the football game ends. So, like I said, if it's just me and you, I'm more than happy just to go through this album. Dude, this shit is fucking crazy.
Yeah, man, for real. Like I didn't even hear what you just said.
Woo!
Those horns, bro. Those horns, and when that beat drops,
it's hard, man. That shit's hard, man.
Oh my God, it's hard.
Woo! I made that about an hour before the stream, and I'm like, all right, we got our stream intro.
Yo, the Rock Health and Fitness group will probably use some of that for like workout.
Dude, that's very, very. It sets your. Oh, we can't play that yet. That's a little too early on that one. Whoa! Where's my playlist? Dust. What are you doing with your playlist? All right, fuck it. We're just gonna play this and just put it in the background, low as fuck, right there, so it's good for us to talk. But hey, shout out to 0 people watching. It's awesome.
Serious. Yo, that last game doesn't start till 8:00. There ain't no excuse.
Ah, man, you know what? Sunday night's a fucking really weird night. And I know I just came out of the fucking blue with this, but you know, I want to get this album out there. Last Tricker Beatz 1, I released it the weekend of fucking Halloween, which was great, but I was like, all right, they're gonna listen to it for a weekend and forget about it.
Word.
You know what I mean? Why I need to release it earlier so they can enjoy the season. It's like, hey, I'm releasing a Christmas album on Christmas Eve. Played for 3 hours and 2 hours the next day and forget about me for a year. You know what I mean? But honestly, you know, even the Tricker Beatz, even the horror aspect of it, you could play that shit all the fucking time, man. That shit fucking bangs. The first album was a banger. And this is fun. What are you watching us?
Yes, I am.
Live? Just keep that volume down. Keep that volume down. Trying to see who's in the chat. There ain't nobody in the chat. Ain't nobody in the chat right now, but hey, I put this in the realm. I put this on the Cobra Law page. It's on my page on Facebook. Facebook's weird, man. So I don't know. Maybe we should maybe put it on like fucking I don't know, the YouTube. But I was afraid of getting clipped for fucking sample clearances. Yeah, it's hard on YouTube, bro. It's really hard to do it, man.
Yeah,
but
YouTube don't play.
But if anybody that's going to be watching, just make sure you slide over to the Dust Mites page to chat with us, because I still think StreamYard, if you're chatting from one of the pages that I posted this on, it's going to come up as like Facebook user. It's not going to come up as your name. We don't know who you are. So slide over there and say what's up. And yeah, man, Tricker Beatz 2, the sequel. It's here, man. It's here. What's going on with you, man? You were doing a little bit of Halloweening or some sort of fall activities today with the family?
Yeah, like, you know, I have this appreciation for like old stuff, right? Because I'm kind of an old head. So in Whippany, not too far from where you live,
Whip it. There's
there's a antique train museum, and they do this little train ride, and they put you in an old coach car from like I was in a coach car from 1912.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's fully restored. So like you're in there, and you just it's like running it back. So you take this little train ride, right? And I took my son and my daughter, and everything's cool. Part of the package was they give you little pumpkins, and you go to the
Hold
little
on.
pumpkin
Was it
patch.
was it a steam train?
Yeah.
Was it a steam engine?
Yep.
So you had the whoo-hoo, the steam pushing out and shit. Wow, that's dope.
Yeah. They have a few of them. But anyway, this was fully functional. So anyway, we do the train ride, and then shortly after that, they let you go on the little pumpkin patch. So I let my kids go out there, pick some pumpkins, and we had some snacks or whatever, and we come home. My daughter decides she wants to paint the pumpkins.
Okay.
So I go in there, I grab their water paint, the little finger paints, and I set them up on the dining room table, and I set them up with the pumpkins. Yeah, man.
I have enough nieces and nephews to know. Flag on the field.
Bruh, the pumpkins got painted, the dinner table got painted, the chairs got painted. Everything was Halloween decoration. And then my son decides he's going to dip his hand into the paint. And then when I said, Benjamin, what are you doing? He jumps out of his chair with his fully painted hand and just runs amok through the house.
Not a lick of paint on that pumpkin, right?
Nah, man.
Not a lick of paint on that pumpkin.
It's like 3 stripes. It's
that
like 3
pumpkin
stripes
is
on the pumpkin.
orange as fuck.
I call him Taz, yo. You should have seen him. He's spinning around the house. Just leaving a trail all over the place.
That's fucking awesome, man.
I mean, it's hilarious, but you got to be a parrot, and then you got to like laugh on the inside. But then
yeah. It's like me at work when these fucking dumb kids do dumb things. I'm laughing my ass up, and then I go like, come here. We need to have a talk. Come here. Did you really step on that to get to that to do that? Really? Yeah, See, we gotta do the bounce. Yeah. See, this is what we're talking about, people. We're talking about music tonight. So shout out to everybody that's gonna watch this later. We do have 2 people watching us, so hey, come on, slide in the chat. Let us know who you are and tell us what's up. If you want to join this fucking stream of ours, just let me know. I'll send you the link. You come in here and hang out with us and talk about painting pumpkins. Or none. Oh, this is hard, man. I forgot about this beat. Oh. You put the dirt face on. Yeah.
That's a whole package of lemons right there,
dude. Oh man, I mean, I would love let everything out the box, man. I got so much shit that I've been working on, and you know what the funny thing is, like, you don't really realize, like, I make shit and I don't think about it. I just put it away, put in folders, and like when I go back to it, I'm like, why didn't I fucking do this with that or do that with that? You know, like when I was doing this Trick or Beatz 2, I was like, I had a gaggle of shit that I wanted, but then I went back to other folders and I'm like, wow, this was, like, I did this a year ago. This is great for this project. Let me just put it back in, find the original files, maybe change it up a little bit and work with it. You know what I mean? So it was fun. It really was fun doing this project for this. And it's weird. It's like I become like the calendar man. Like, it's all about holidays and shit. I don't know why I like to release things on holidays now, but it just feels like it's a fun time to do things. So or keep it based, like all my instrumental projects is like everything's like kind of like there's like a story, a narrative. You know what I mean? I could easily throw like 25 beats and say, here you go, Loops for the Troops, Volume 1, 2023, people. But like the shit that just doesn't, like, you throw shit to the wall, and like I think it's dope, but the people that I pitch it to don't pick it up. But it's still a dope beat. But okay, so it's maybe not cool for these guys to rhyme on, but it's still dope. So all right, I'll put it in a different folder and I'll just drop a compilation, in between all the other nonsense, And so I think that's what I'm gonna start doing, because I got way too much music to be just sitting there like that. You know what I mean? I just, You know what I mean? I just can't let it just sit in a folder. If you like it, you enjoy it, that's fucking awesome. You know what I mean? So, this album trigger. No, go ahead. What's up? No. Go ahead.
I figured I know you a little bit more than 3 minutes. I think I know you long enough where I vibe with you a lot, right? So like,
yeah, we're on the same fucking level music wise because you know we grew up in that era. You know what I mean?
yeah, man. And I've noticed every time like we bounce off of each other, or you bounce something off of me. Yeah, what do you think it is? I'm always picking up on the story.
You hear it.
Yeah, I
You
hear what
hear
you're
it.
saying. I
You
hear what
hear
you're
it.
saying.
Yeah,
And
it's about
it,
emotion.
you know why it comes out during the holidays? Well, because you have different feelings about different holidays, and I think it comes through when you're listening to a dust beat. It comes through. You can hear it, and if you let it speak to you, you know what dust is saying. And I
Yeah.
can tell you've been through some things.
Yeah, there's some very high emotional music, man, that I make. There's
Yeah.
some like regular bangers that I just throw out there, but then you got the shit that's like, and guys, there's only one person watching right now, but whatever. People watching in the future, Marty, nothing lasts forever is like a story of my life from fucking birth until when I finished to death. Honestly, that whole album is like every track has something to do with my life. Oh, I made this one today too. Trick of Beatz leftover.
Bruh, what?
I was like,
Right here.
wow, I made this after I finished the album. Woo!
Do not listen to this at 2 o'clock in the morning, because you're gonna be looking out your back window.
It's not done. I need something to go with, like, more to it. But this is just the vibe, you know. Filthy, disgusting.
It's filthy. It'll have
Yeah.
you looking out the back window to make sure nothing's crawling around the backyard. Trying to
And I was
peek in
like-
through the window.
It was fun is like because I spent like a week like editing and mixing and doing the track list for the new album, and I'm like, oh, now I do something like this. I needed like a short filler track, and I didn't have anything, so I like kind of had to take an older beat, kind of like finagle. Shout out to Aunt Finagle, she's a good woman. But I was like, man, I could have just made this, and it would have been good. You know what I mean?
True.
So, yeah, I mean, you want to get into this, man?
Let's do this, man.
I mean,
I'm
we've been
excited
bullshitting for 13 minutes or so.
I am excited.
Dude.
I'm as excited as you are, bro.
I'm nervous. I'm not excited. I'm always nervous when I drop something new.
Nah, B.
Because you know what? I always keep it on. I stay on target, and then I start coloring out of the box a little bit with certain things, and I'm like, will they get it? Will they understand? Do I have to explain it? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. So, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna shut this off behind us, and I'm going to share the screen because I told you I wanted to drop it in. I think the audio sounds better when I share the screen. So with the Chrome tab. So I don't know. Past streams. I don't know if it was because certain people were in there or whatnot, but I don't know. I'm going to do it this way. So let me see us. Okay, let me make us that way. Oh, where are we? Shout to layouts. I think it'll be in the background. So let me know if it's not, and we will change it up. Shout out to being professional here on these streams. But hey, I'm trying to change it up. I'm on the new computer, so I'm trying to find things. You know, it's weird. I bought this computer almost a year ago, right? And I still haven't moved in yet. I'm like living between two apartments, you know, like when I stream and do this shit, I'm on the new stuff. But when I'm making beats and doing the other shit, I'm on the old computer because I'm so used to the workflow, and it's not necessarily there on the new workflow. So, all right, I'm gonna drop this in here. You let me know what's going on if you could hear it and it sounds good. The two people in the chat that's watching, please pop in the chat. Let us know how the audio is.
Spookiest time of the year. There are a few guidelines all ghosts and
Too
goblins
loud?
should follow.
Nice.
Always stay on sidewalks. Never go to a stranger's house. And never go out alone.
Hold on. Was it too loud?
Nah, it was perfect.
All right. I just got to figure things out. But every time I use this, it sounds like it's too loud. But all right. We're going to shout to professional. If it's on my phone, it'd probably be quicker, but how's that?
During the
Good?
spookiest time of the year, there are a few
All right, I'm going to
guidelines
mute us.
all ghosts
And then
goblins should
this is the
follow.
intro.
Always stay on sidewalks. Never go to a stranger's house. And never go out alone.
Wait. By the way, I didn't mute it. It's I didn't mute it. It'll probably sound the same way, dude, bro. How fuck?
That's
I had to make that.
sinister.
I had an intro track ready to go, planned like 5 months ago, and then I made this beat probably like a week ago or maybe a week and a half ago, and I'm like, holy shit. What the fuck am I going to do with this? And then when I was compiling the track list to try to make a spot for it, I'm like, fuck you. I kicked the intro track out, put this fucker in there with that trick or treat intro in there. You know, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do it off the phone. Who gives a fuck?
Bro, let me tell you something. The piano in this song, my G, it's like you're gonna walk into the bathroom and say "dust mites" in the mirror 3 times.
During the spookiest time of the year, there are a few guidelines.
Does it sound the
all
same as the
ghosts
other
and
one?
Goblins should
Yeah.
follow.
The way we did it?
Always
Okay.
stay on sidewalks.
I'm doing it through
Never
my
go
phone
to a
now.
stranger's house and never go
Yeah,
out
this one
alone.
definitely needs a second play. So this is the opening credits for the album. This is the opening theme of the movie that we made. It needs a second listen. To me, it's not just the piano. It's the drums and the fucking guitar.
Yes.
It's
It's like going down the street in Haddonfield, except it's Brooklyn.
slow down with those dirty drums. So like I said, I want this to be like kind of like a score of a movie. So it's gonna go. It's peaks and valleys. You know what I mean? So you're gonna have your slow joints like that, and then you're gonna have your little bangers and your peaks. So that is that's what I call the main titles, because that's usually what they call main titles in a movie. So that's our intro to our movie. So let's move on to track 2. It's called The Evil. It's a little bit more of a fuller track, a little faster tempo to open us up. I'm gonna mute us, and let's go. Let's go. The triple hi-hats, breaking it up. You know what? It keeps it modern and old school.
Yeah. Cause that funky drummer beat, that is old school, but then when you get that fast hi-hat, it makes you want to do that today shit. Like
Yeah,
it's
like
if you're writing lyrics to this, you got a smorgasbord. Like you got
yeah,
a whole
yeah. I
feast.
kept, what I thought was great was like I kept it like boom, boom, bap, old school, and then when the hook or the change up comes in, when it changes up, it's like da, 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 da. It kind of like changes the story. It changes the storyline. You know what I mean? So there's a
Right.
storyline to that song. And yeah, man, that was I did that a while ago, and that's called the evil. That's called the evil, and
Evil it is.
the evil it is. I try to keep I tried to keep the hardest part about like putting projects together because when I name shit, it's like beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, beat 4.5. I put it in a folder or anything that I felt like what I was feeling that night, like my ass hurts 9. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, and then I work on these tracks and I work and I add more and I add more and I'm like, all right, now it's project time. Now I have to name them to go with the project. That is like even harder to do than coming up with the fucking songs. You know what I mean? So, you
Yo,
don't
but
want it to.
this list of names, the track names.
Yeah,
I don't know what you had to do to get yourself into that zone. But when
a
you
lot,
look at these track
a lot,
names, you're
a lot,
intrigued by at least seven
lot
of
of
them
Google,
off the
a lot
bat.
of googling, a lot of Google. So like Trick or Beats 1, I wanted to be basically like kids trick or treating, So I kept it like on that line of kids trick or treating and the whole trick or treating thing, like Ben Cooper and all that.
Right.
The darkness falls and the candy, whatever. This one I kind of wanted to keep it on like kind of like a evil's coming type thing, like not a Halloween, but the boogeyman. Like, even though I use the Halloween samples, like it's about the boogeyman coming and the evil. It's kind of like graduating from kids to the next level. And if I do another one, I don't know where I'm going to go with that. But this is the single that I dropped earlier. It's called Beware the Boogeyman. You guys heard it already, so I'll play a little bit and probably just cut it out because it's out there for everybody to hear. So
Stupid pumpkin. Leave me alone. He's gonna get you.
Halloween.
He's gonna get you. He's gonna get you. He's gonna get you. He's gonna get you. The boogeyman is coming. Boogeyman is coming. Is coming.
again, now we're back to score orchestrating. You know what I mean? Type stuff. All right, I would have faded that out, but you get it. You get the gist. But
That shit is fire.
that's where it came back to like soundtrack-ish. Like that last track we heard was musical. There's a story, so you got, what I mean. So it's like I kind of I like making music like that. Like it's a score, and then do like a track that's like you got your meat and potatoes. You know what I mean? You got 3 minutes of changing sequences and whatnot, but then you have in between how you get from point B, A to B or C. You know what I mean? You got those fillers that are slow and banging, but keeping the same sound throughout the record. You know what I mean? So it's like I said, it's like a movie. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm trying to like do a movie, and then like you want to change it up every once in a while and change the flow, because you don't want to do a whole 12 tracks the same. You know what I mean? Slow bangers or this. So once in a while you throw in something like what I'm gonna play next to see how I segue to the next track. This is track was it 3? Right?
Yes.
That was 3. This is called Candy Corn. So this is a little bit of a change up because it's a little bit of a change up of style. And this is just me trying to show people the difference of styles of music that can be together on a soundtrack. Because this is basically, it's not a beat tape, it's a soundtrack, in my opinion. So, Candy Corn, you ready?
Word. I love that.
And it's not long. It's only about a minute and 30, 40, you know? Just enough to cleanse.
There's a lot to unwrap here.
Just a little bit to cleanse the palate and give you a little bit of a modern, faster tempo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's a lot to unwrap there because there's a lot of different sounds. There's a lot of different elements that you use in that track right there. A lot of them, and there's a lot to unwrap there. Like this part of the story, this part of the movie, it's almost like it's starting to develop the plot.
Well, yeah, we went from that dark stuff and what now Candy Corn's kind of funny. So now maybe it's kind of like, you know, the kids or whatever. You know, if you're thinking of like a Halloween movie or a slasher flick, like this is like the womp womp. Kids are getting together, you know what I mean? You know, like whatever, but still kind of evil sounding at the sense. And I was adding the sound. I was adding that for the music. So I still have this saved from my last Trick or Beatz live stream. I have all the sounds in here from that one, but yeah, that was it was kind of like I needed something to I wanted something to like, because everything was sounding so much the same, not similar, but you know, tempo or the down sound of the evil sounding and whatnot, and I wanted to try kind of like throw something a little bit more modern, a little bit more cleaner, a little bit more not as gritty or dirty. You know what I mean? You know, that's a very clean, but still be evil. And you can hear that wah, wah. It's like some you know, like ghouls are dancing type shit. You know, like funny ghosts, like Slimer type shit. You know, like, you know, Slimer through Ghostbusters, you know. So
Right.
that's where I went with that one. And all right, what track number was that? Keep a score. That was 5.
4.
All right, this is 5. Darkest Night, people. Ready for Darkest Night? It's a story. I don't know what the story is, but we're going. It's the
What's up, Wolfie?
Darkest Night. What's up, people? What's up, Ralph or Robert G? Pop in here. If you guys want to fucking come in and hang out with us, let me know. I'll send you the link. Hang out, man. Me and
The
Ralph are listening.
Breakalizer.
Trick or Beatz 2. Jeremy B. I'm Jeremy. Jeremy's on a horse. Jeremy's on a horse. That's my new song. So, all right, Darkest Night.
This is Michael Myers plotting his first murder.
It goes again. You know, we go around again. You know how the sequences are. I cut us off halfway through. We go again, but it's just like those drums, and it's just like I didn't want to say like this album was a Halloween Michael Myers album, but it's very inspired by, you know, the early Michael Myers stuff, like the early Halloween stuff. And I even ran through the Rob Zombie Halloween, which I think is fucking incredible.
I mean,
you know,
yeah, man,
because it spends time on him as a child and why and how he became who he was. Not more or less 2 hours of slashing people to death, an hour plus of showing why he is the way he became, you know. Right. And a lot of people shit on that movie, and they're out of their fucking minds. It's fucking brilliant.
I think both of those were masterpieces.
Yeah.
And Halloween 2 is so intense. Like, it takes you into his psyche, and like the level of I don't know. It took Michael Myers to a whole separate.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's not a stupid guy just like dun dun dun.
Yeah,
there's something. The movie, what Rob Zombie did was it made Michael the movie, not, you know what I mean, in the other sense of like. It's just kind of weird. Oh, whoa, 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 Dust, what are you doing? Whoa, 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 back it up, beep, beep, beep. But yeah, I mean,
it took Busta Rhymes and that cartoon shit out and said, wait a minute.
Yeah.
This is who Michael Myers is,
dude. It really was a great. You know, if you haven't seen them, go back and watch them, because when I was watching, I was like, first of all, I said, oh, that's the kid from Hancock. That's the fucking kid from Hancock. But then you're like, you get through it, like you see like the life, the world he lived in with his mom dancing and the drunk father, boyfriend, whatever, and then like the whole shit with school about him killing the animals and shit like that. And it's like you could see where it was going. And it was like, and I mean, honestly, I'm a Loomis fan, and I love fucking what's his name played Loomis in the original, but you know, what's his name from fucking Clockwork Orange? Guys, I drank beer, so I'm not good with names right now. Dude, he really did a good job as Loomis, man. He really did, man. I mean, go back and watch it, man. It's on fucking YouTube for free. The first the Halloween movie for Rob Zombie's for free. Some guy just jacked it and put it up there, but you can watch it there. But all right, so basically the next one's called Sam's Rules, and this kind of is a throwback to a little bit of what made me want to make this compilation. The first one was, I'm a huge fan of Trick or Treat with Sam, the little Sam Hain guy, and the storyline, and I'm a huge fan of that movie. I think if you're going to find a epiphany or a full movie of Halloween trick-or-treat type things, it done in such a fucking brilliant way. It's like a book of Halloween opened up. There's chapters, but the way they put everything together is incredible. So if you haven't seen that fucking movie, that little dude is so fucking cool. But that what inspired me to do Trick or Beatz, so I had to pay a little homage, of course, to him on the second. Hold on.
The second installment.
Yeah, my phone.
He's a little.
No, I'm good. My phone's freezing. Hold on. There we go. So this is called Sam's Rules.
Jack-o'-lanterns. Stealing candy. It's okay. Believe it or not, I was just like you when I was a kid. Till my dad set me straight to this. See, my dad taught me tonight is about respecting the dead. Because this is the one night that the dead, and all sorts of other things, roam free. Pay us a visit. All these traditions, jack-o'-lanterns, putting on costumes, handing out treats, they were started to protect us, but nowadays, no one really cares.
fuck the outro.
That was fire. That was fire.
You know, that's one of the tracks that I didn't think. I don't know if many people are gonna get or enjoy, or understand. You know what I mean? It's just like there's no samples other than me programming the drums. I played all that. Everything was played. Everything was played by me. So it's pretty dope. It's
That
dope.
what I like a lot about that track is the it almost sounds like it's unfinished,
Yeah,
and it gives
because
you this element of
yep,
like pensitivity, like
it's
the
not mixed.
somberness.
It sounds like it's not mixed, right?
Right.
Because the drum break that I used was so dirty that I had to keep the rest of the music a little bit more highs, less lows to fit with that drum break. Because when I filtered it, it EQ'd everything that I played around it was like it sounded great, but the drums were like it just didn't fit. But I wanted to use those drums because they're like they sounded just filthy. Like
Yes.
it was like
Like
SP1200 type shit, like gritty shit, like
Right.
and so I was like, all right, so if I'm gonna make the drums sound like that, I'm gonna make the whole track sound like that. You know what I mean? So it sounds like, and then when I put the sample in from Trick or Treat, the sample, I fucking jacked up the reverb on it, so it sounded more tinny than bassy, so it fit in. So you know what I mean? So it's like it totally, the whole track feels like the same. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like
Right.
and I'm glad that you picked up on that because that's exactly like how I was thinking about it. And like when I put it in the soundtrack, I was like, man, it's kind of weird. It doesn't fucking fit. I don't know. Will they get it? And that's why I was like, all right. When I found the intro for the track, Sam's Rules, it was like taking it back to like the first one. You know what I mean? So it was like kind of like, I don't know, I take it what it is, like it's part of the story. Is it interlude or is it just a track? But I know I think too much about this stuff, but I highly doubt people think that much about the shit that I do make. But that's exactly, and I'm glad that you picked up on it because you got it. Like you said, it was like it didn't sound like fully mixed. It sounded like it was like a little bit too high or whatnot. But when you hear it,
It works,
like
man.
when you hear it, when you download it or stream it, you'll catch a little bit more bass
Right.
in it, more volume into it. But but that's cool, man. That's cool that you got it, man. That's the one track I was super nervous about, and I took it off the track list like 3 times, and I'm like, nah, man. I spent too much time making that track, and I'm like, I tried changing the drums up, and I'm like, nah, I need that.
Yeah, man, because the journey that it takes you on is I think it's the journey that it takes you on is essential to the product, to the whole project.
And
I
remember,
think.
all my beats, pretty much all my longer beats are set up for like a rapper. Intro, 8 bars, 16 bars, 8 bar hook, 16 bars, 8 bar hook. So when you're doing on an instrumental platform, it gets kind of like long and drawn out because you don't have an MC to keep your attention over the beat. So I need to like bring things in and bring things out and change things up. So sometimes the beat may sound a little bit boring or monotonous because you don't have an MC that's bouncing off of it. So on my end, I need to try to keep it entertaining. So like for me, if I can't make it entertaining by bringing things in, maybe I can make it entertaining by changing the sounds. You know what I mean? Changing the way you music. Well, I know that's supposed to be like boom boom, but it's boom boom. You know what I mean? Like change the dynamic. So I don't know, man. I'm just a dude that's just making music. But all right, you want to go to the next one?
Let's do this.
All right, what's the number count? You still got the number count?
I think we're up at number 6.
Oh, you think you're supposed to keep us locked down? You're the number guy.
This is
You're the
Sam's-
number guy.
Last one was Sam's notes, so
All right, hold on. I'm going. I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, yeah, you're right. We're on 7. In the shadows.
There we go.
In the shadows. Again, we're back to that boom bap. Again, it's one of those quickie interlude type beats. You know what I mean? Slow
Right.
roll.
I was trying to place where that was from. That sound.
The
Trying
guitar?
to place. Yeah, I was trying to place where that was from.
It was from the Machine MK3 sampler right
Hey, all right. Hey,
It was
all
a sam-
right.
Yeah, it wasn't a sample. That was all played from sounds and stuff. But you can see I could easily have made a whole album on that slow roll, evil, bam, bam, bam. But you know, that's why I added in like the bigger tracks between it. You know what I mean? And kept like these tracks, like they're like the interludes or the way that you transitions. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to keep it like I could have did another minute and a half of that track, but you're like, all right, where are we going? Unless you have a rapper on it, like I said, like where are we going with this? And that's all I had for that. I wasn't adding anything else. That was basically like most of these like basically were hip hop beats for rappers that nobody was digging. So you know what I mean. It turned into like what we're doing here. So the next track is. What was the Devil's Eyes, right? We just did?
Yes. Well, no, we just did In the Shadows. Now you're doing The Devil's Eyes.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for driving the boat here, people. Shout to the 4 people watching. Get in the chat. Let us know what's up. Sugar Beatz 2, the sequel. All right. All right, here we go.
I'm already liking this.
This is definitely to clean the palate.
Yes, I'm already liking this. Oh, yes. Now I'm gonna tell you something right now. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of stuff to unpack there. But
It's very
my
repetitive. I get it. It's very repetitive, but
nah, but that little like you're listening to a 12-inch.
and you put your needle in the record. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep. And I wanted that to be haunting. I wanted you to keep hearing it. And here, dude, originally this track was 3 minutes long. And I'm like, bro, you got to, there's no change ups. You need to change it. After like 2 days driving home, like, bro, there's no way you keep, but no, there's no way. So I cut like a minute and a half out of the track, but like, I wanted to keep it like haunting, like, doo doo doo, doo doo doo. Like it was just like coming, coming. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like something would just, it was just, you can't stop it. It just kept coming. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like, and like we said, like it's not, I didn't make this record to be like a Michael Myers record, but like Trick or Beatz was like trick or treating and kids and doing that shit and evil and all that. And this one kind of like, I kind of like wanted to stay on that like slasher, you know what I mean? You know, like Michael Myers type thing here. I didn't want to put it that way, but with the boogeyman and all that, I could have, I could have sampled John Carpenter, but I didn't want to. I wanted to make my own John Carpenter.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? With those interludes and the pianos and the guitars. I wanted to make my own Halloween John Carpenter. You know what I mean? Like, Dust Mites version of John Carpenter's soundtrack, So, yeah, and I didn't want to keep it. So I needed to, like, add a, like, more modern. So that's why, like, you have the one track earlier and then this one here, like kind of like with the trappy sounds, trappy drums and all that stuff. Kind of like to keep the palette clean. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And before you get into No Place to Hide, real quick, at
How'd
the
you
end
know? How'd you know it was No Place to Hide?
I have no idea. I just the chorus is strong. But there's
No. Say what you have, bro. You're here. You're here to voice your opinion. Just let me know. Talk to me.
when you drop the beat out at the end of that last one, when you drop the beat out and you got all that background noise, like you're listening to an old record
Yeah.
that it's unfiltered. I like that. I like
Hold on.
that because
I'll bring it back. Let's bring it back.
you hear all of that in the background.
Hear the crackles?
Yeah,
I added those crackles.
that's so dope.
Put a little reverb echo on it.
Those crack.
Dude, and that's the thing that like people don't get it. Like you listen to the music and all, it's okay, but the little things that takes me so much time. It's like the music. Yeah, the music. I make the music, but everything around it takes me so much more time. The crackles, the drops, the echo out, the fucking samples that I put in for it just takes more time than actually making the fucking music. You know what I mean? Like I said, like aquatic music, the first intro where it's the submarine goes under the water. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was there for that.
There's like 7 or 10 samples just to get the fucking thing 4 seconds into the track. The bubbles and the water and all that stuff. But, it's fun to create stuff like that for me. It's like, it's not just creating music. I'm creating emotion. I'm creating a scene. I'm like a director. It's like a movie, like I really like doing that. Yeah. It's like kind of like fun for me, so, I mean, I could easily just throw 20 tracks on a fucking thing and say, hey, there you go. But I like emotion music. I'm always about emotion. Everything that I listen to is emotion music. 80s, 90s, new stuff. If you don't get emotion, I don't want to fuck with it, So that's just how I am. So I'm glad you picked up on that too, because like you heard the crackles, and I'm like, I didn't sample a record on that. That was all played. Those were all sounds played. You know what I mean? Like, but I wanted to add it to make it sound like it was like a record. Like,
yeah, it's like you're listening to a legit old school. Like, yeah, man.
And you take the filters down. You take the filter down so it doesn't sound so clean. You drop the highs, the lows, and you bring the highs up a little bit so it sounds distorted. And you just.
I love that. I love that.
It's part of the game, bro. It's so fun to do that too, and it doesn't take that long. You just have to have a fucking brain for it, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you picked up on that because that's one of the main focuses of that track. Thank you, dude.
That's what's up, man.
Hey man,
You know.
hey man. If like I tell people, if 2 people get what I'm doing, I'm happy. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. If it, it is what it is. But all right, so no place to hide. What track number is that?
That should be.
He's looking at his notes. He's trying to look at his
think-
notes, but he's not
I think
looking at his
that's
notes.
number 9.
He's looking at his notes.
Now I am. Yeah, that's
All
number
right.
9.
No, I'm only fucking with you. You can look at you. Thank you for being my co-pilot, man. I'm just happy you're my co-pilot, bro, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's great because Ralph, I always send him tracks in the instant messenger or Facebook Messenger, and like if I'm making beats in the night, I'll send him like 12, 13 fucking tracks. Oh yeah, this is one 2002, 1999. This is ripped off a cassette. And I mean, honestly, man, you're the one dude that we bounce back. Same era, you get it, and I appreciate you here, and I appreciate you enjoying it. So, no place to hide.
Just thank you for not yelling at me when I say maybe you could change this a little bit, or like on aquatic music. If you put that sound in there where you're like kind of sinking underneath, that would be so dope.
Dude, I am open to anybody that wants to fucking, hey, bro, that shit is like, nah, fuck you. Nah, bro. And I love to collab with people. You got some ideas? Hit me up. Let's work on a record. But no place to hide. Was it 09?
09.
09. Track 9. 9! 9? Yeah, I wish it was 9 beers. It's like 18. Again, a more musical track.
I love these drums.
I sneak a break beat in there once in a while.
That little break was crazy.
Place to hide. Wait, here it comes. Dirty. Oh.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's the one where you put the repeat button when you're listening to it in the car.
So you like the surgical interjection of the breakbeat that's
Oh
so
hell yeah!
dirty and filthy that I didn't even care about mixing? Just leave it like boom, tss, boom, ka, tss, tss, tss. So I had a longer part with that drum beat, and I'm like, bro, no, that's overkill. I said, just bring it in on that part, and then like wait to the end and bring it in and let it fade out. You know, like it was like if you put it in too much, it's gonna overkill. You know, you're like it's the track is hot as enough. Right. You know what I mean? The track is dope as enough. You know, like I didn't even need to add that drum in there, but I just sprinkled it like at the right time. You know, they're like,
yeah.
It was slow and dirty and
That was grimy. Let me tell you something, man. Like Rob G even said, "Oh my God."
Yeah, he caught it.
It catches you right here in the back of the neck. That's the one where that little break comes in. You're listening to it in your car, and you're like, "Oh!" Like
now,
you're eating lemons. You had a face like you were eating lemons before that. But then it's like you accidentally tipped over the bottle of dishwasher detergent, and you tasted that while you had that, and it's just another level. And that's when you hit the repeat button.
Ajax
wait,
lemon,
wait.
The Ajax lemon.
Yeah, you just like yeah. And you hit the repeat, and you hear the repeat. I gotta hear that.
You
again.
pick up the Brillo pad, go even worse. You know.
Yeah, you threw some stank on that one. That was serious.
But it's subtle stank. It's subtle. It's not. I tried that whole track with that drum break, and I was like, yeah, man, this is dope. But no, I need to. You know, that's gonna be the oh hey remember me guys, you know, like because it's a 3-minute beat and it's orchestrated. It's a song. It's not a beat. Yeah. It's a song. So I needed to throw some change up in there like that. So man, I'm glad you guys got it.
If you're a hip hop fan, right, and you recognize this beat right from whatever you've listened to or a beat that's like it, they're all classics.
Yeah.
And then you hear this track right here. All it needs is lyrics, and this is a banger. This is this is an immortal. This is one of those things. 10, 20 years from now,
you got the violins and the cellos.
Yes. There's a lot working in there, and it's all
emotion, people.
Yeah,
emotion music.
A lot working in that track.
Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here to tell people.
I'm glad you invited me, man.
Dude, man, of course, dude. Shout out to everybody invited. Hey, Nathan Haskell, where you at? Rob Nat, where you at? Robert G, where you at?
He's in the chat. He's in the chat. He's here.
I'm just being a dick, but all right. So the next one is called Between the Living and the Dead. So this is where I kind of like wanted to clean the palate again because we had high bangers and now I need to like bring it down. I need to bring your emotions and tempo down. And what I felt, I love this beat and I was not going to put this on the album, but it kind of reminds me of like a zombie type drawl or waltz or something like, so oh man, this is definitely a hip hop banger though. And hey man, you never know. Anything that's on Trigger Beats can be used anywhere else, man. As long as but it's called Between the Living and the Dead. Not gonna get the 808s on StreamYard. You have to hear it. not gonna hear like you need to hear this record. The 808s, man. The 808s like. Boom, boom, boom. I sent it to Nate. He passed.
What?
I was like, all right, Sugar Beats.
Bleeding Walls in Amityville.
See it fill up?
Oh man,
It's coming. It's coming.
That is Bleeding Walls in Amityville.
And look who just is joining us at the end. The end. Are you in your car? Are you sitting in the garage in the car?
I'm hiding from the scary ones, aka my kids.
I hear you, brother. I feel you.
Dude, you know, this is the worst part of like having friends that enjoy my music and have children and I don't. Like, hey, I'm doing a live stream Saturday at 4 p.m. Hey, I'm at the park with my kids on the swing. All right, I'm sorry. All right, I'm sorry. Da does. I forget that, like, you know, like, do I have any?
Listening from the beginning, and I'm like, I gotta get away. I gotta find someplace. I found the only place I could actually have privacy. If I can hide from them long enough. So the spooky ooky all for the last hour has been worth it.
I hope the car's not running while the garage door is closed. Like some hot tub time machine shit going on here. Yo, if you've never seen the hot tub time machine, it's the fucking best time traveling movie ever made.
Yeah, it's funny as hell.
Dust approved. Dust approved.
But yo, this release is fire, man. This is awesome.
Dude,
This
I'm
is
glad.
awesome.
I'm glad you're
The
enjoying it.
change ups, the mix ins, all of it. All of it sounds.
Yeah,
You worked hard on it, man. You worked hard.
I mean, yeah, worked hard this week, but you know, the rest of it is whatever. But I'm glad you caught that change up there. You know, and then went right back in. But I needed to let it shine at the end, so that's why I let it blend out. So, all right,
As it is right now, Dustrumentals Volume 2 is my second favorite project of yours. This is on that level.
really, what's that?
Yeah.
Oh, the stuff that I did with Nate.
Yes.
The instrumental stuff that I did with
Yeah.
Nate. I forgot what's on 2, man. I need to make a new one. There's so many more tracks that we've worked on. I need to make a new one. But what was on 2?
Are you serious? Do we have time for that?
No, I don't give a fuck. Do we have time for it? There's 2 people watching.
Like I'd have to open up my Bandcamp and
Hold on. I'll go to Spotify. Dust. Talk amongst yourselves, guys.
Let's see. Dustrumental, since I got it queued up.
Number 2.
See.
Volume 2
Volume
is
1,
my-
Volume 2.
That's my second favorite project.
Yeah.
It's not even a project. That was just me throwing things into a folder.
My
Yeah, that was
G.
all this. That was a
If
lot of
you
the
worked
Nate
on
stuff.
it, it's a
That was
project.
Rusty Tongue. That was from the first Ghost of the album. Children of Hydra. That was Nate's solo. We Missed You Too. That was Ghost of the 2. Conflicting Forces was Four Horsemen. Hotel Snakes was Ghost of the 3. Laundered Words was Nate's. That was Nate's solo album. What the fuck? He released during the pandemic. I forgot what the name of it was. Rogues Gallery.
I see what you did there.
There you go. No.
Or, or was it Laundered Words?
The album. I forgot what the fuck. It was. No. It was. Fuck. Trying to Cannon Fodder. That was it. Cannon Fodder.
That's it.
Rose Gallery was Coast of the 1. Sleight of Hand was Coast of the 2. Hear Me Rejoice was Cannon Fodder. Bitten Bricks. Coast of the 4? Yeah, that was Coast of the 4. So, yeah. It's a good. I like to make those compilations where I'm going from all the stuff that I've used. I don't want to put everything, like I stretch all my instrumentals, into one volume. So you got everything from everywhere, like the first thing, the second thing, the third thing. So that's why it's a compilation. Why'd you throw me off there, man? Now I gotta fucking find where I'm at.
Oh, that's what I'm here for, bro.
Yeah, of course.
We're
Shout out
at
to one
Lampkin-
viewer.
We're at 45 Lankin Lane.
Yeah, 45 Lambkin Lane. Can anybody name what house that is? Where
Haddonfield,
what address is 45 Lambkin Lane?
I just gave the biggest.
Silence of the Lambs?
Nope.
What?
No. Silence of the Lambs. No.
No.
45 Lampkin Lane, Haddonfield, Indiana. It was right.
There you go. That is the original address of Michael Myers when he slashed the shit out of his sister for taking it in her ass with that jerk off boyfriend of hers. But yeah, you know. Yeah. He's gonna laugh at you. The boogeyman. But here we go. And this is basically, you got track 10. We're on track 10. What track is this? 11.
Track 10.
This is track 10.
I think that should be.
You sure?
No,
this is
wrong.
track
That's
10?
11. That's 11.
Yeah.
11.
I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
That's
So
11.
okay, all right. We got track 11, and then 12 is the outro. So
Yeah.
the movie's almost at the end. So we really need that climatic. You know what I mean? Everything's been horror eccentric and whatnot, but we need that climatic, like Michael run type shit for the ending. So, you know I got it, right? 45 Lampkin Lane, as they say, right? Lampkin?
Lampkin.
Lampkin. Can a lamb Anybody got lamb can jokes? Can a lamb can? Yeah, I didn't think so.
Can you hear
This
them, Patty?
rage which drives you, you think if you kill them all it will go away. It won't. You have to fight it in the place where it's strongest, where it all began. Michael, go home. Go home! Kill them all.
Boy,
This rage.
Shout out to Fat Fingers. Sorry. Bring it back. Rewind.
This rage.
Again, sorry about the fat finger. My bad. I was like trying to like move the phone and I'm like, oh my God, I brought it back 3 minutes. But yeah, that's like the outro. You know, like that's like like we were following all that the slower killing evil trick or treat type shit, and that's like go home. Like that's like the finale. Of that, man. And then like that was a fun track to make because like the drum break, like those are sample drums, but like everything else is all played. Like it's all played on keys and whatnot. So it's like for me.
And again, it's got that high, unfiltered kind of vibe to it that you're just like,
the drums are just dirty as fuck, man.
Yeah, and that just was up.
Yeah, I was like,
and then you add in the slight tingle in the top hat. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I just try to make it like it's like, I don't know, it's just weird. It's just like with the slight like I added that, even though I don't like those little samples that like they add like those vocal samples they add to like some of these like for Machine with the sound packs that I buy like but it just seemed like that was perfect, like it's gonna be like this is the end, this is like this is the boss fight, this is the boss fight of the record, what I mean? Like
right.
This is definitely like the boss fight of the record, and that's
but you can see it in your mind, you can see it as you listen to it. You can see it as you can just see it in your mind as you're listening to it. You can kind of hear that fight.
Yeah. That's why I was like, all right, Michael, go home. It's 44, Haddonfield, 45, 47, 16, 72. Yeah, 45.
1616 Mockingbird Lane.
1672.
1313.
1672 Ralph Avenue. That was my that was the projects. My address in the projects in Glenwood Projects, 1672 Ralph Avenue. Always remember that. But yeah, I mean, so we got the end credits here now. The movie's over. Sorry, people.
The Donald Pleasance on that too, I think, is a real good like.
Yeah, was it too much?
Nah, B.
Because
it closes it out all perfect. All perfect.
Yeah, and this track is definitely it's definitely a track that doesn't fit in. But I was like, I need something at the end to change it. Like I said, the boss fight,
Which drives you this.
And in the beginning, I had a part where it said Michael alone, and then it went to this rage. But then I'm labeling this a Halloween record, even though I used the Boogeyman sample or whatnot. But so I chopped the Michael off, and I
this rage
just let this
drives
rage.
You think if you kill them all, it will go away. It won't.
I think this is from Halloween 4 or something.
In the place where it's strongest, where it all began. Michael, go home. Go home.
Yeah, shit's hard, man. Shit's hard.
That shit is hard as hell.
It's hard. All right, so that is the end of the movie, and then we have Trick or Beatz 2, the end credits. So this is the last track.
Boy, this trick-or-treating is a pretty nice racket. Pity it only comes once a year.
And as we start, we end. Directed by, starring, produced by. This was actually the original intro for the album until I made the new intro.
End credit scene. Trick or Beast 3.
That's the end credits. But there is a bonus track. Because God forbid I leave it at 12. I need 13. Because 13 is like, it's 13. But no, it's nothing to do with that. But it's just like something personally for me that I added on this album was like, if you know anything from my past, the dudes that I grew up with, we kind of like started like doing like fucking horror rap before Gravediggers, before anybody else was doing that shit. We were like on our own little thing before, like all these other groups that were doing that shit in like the late 80s, early 90s. We had kind of like a negative, not horror rapping, but like it was like, butcher, murder, just negative rapping. So the beats that we used to make were kind of like evil type sounding beats. So like out of the this is like brand new. Like I did this the other night just fucking around. I was drunk and like I want to make a beat like what we would have done in 91 if I had the equipment that I could have had now. You know what I mean? And it's super cheesy, but it's funny. And it I call it Halloween Brooklyn 91. And this is what we're playing right now. This would be on the demo. With street rap. All right, there's the bonus. Bone Us track. That's totally something that like my guys we rapping on back in the day. So like it's just funny. So I just added that as the extra bone. Bone.
Yo,
/
I could totally hear Negro on that shit.
Yeah.
Hey, grungy. I like it.
I'll suck the bile out your pancreas.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I could totally hear.
Yeah,
that.
Necro was like that's the type of shit that we were growing up on, man. That's why, Necro was doing it. Ill Bill did what he did. Gore-Tex does. Like it's that same style, man. We were doing that shit in the like late '80s, early '90s, man. Like it just wasn't. People weren't ready yet. Even with Gravediggers, they weren't ready. You know what I mean? Like, the funny story is like Prince Paul pitched Gravediggers to Russell. Russell said, "Nah, I ain't fucking with that." And then he did the group with his nephew. What the fuck were they called? On Def Jam. Oh shit! Someone Google that shit. On Def Jam.
It wasn't Onyx, was it?
No. They were like they tried to go the whole horror scene. Like we don't do horror. We're just doing like real, like a serial killer type shit. Like. Live evil, blind evil. But he made a group with his nephew when fucking Prince Paul brought him the idea and stole the idea. Like he's like, nah, I don't want to do this on my, and took the idea and made a group with his nephew. Live evil. What were they called? Oh man. Dude, whatever. I mean, we're not gonna sit here.
Why does that ring a bell? That rings so many bells.
Yeah, man, because, Russell's a fucking piece of shit. Let me do live evil hip hop. The Flatliners. The
Flatliners.
The Flatliners.
Oh my God. Hell
this
yeah.
This was right after fucking Paul pitched the Gravediggers idea to Def Jam. That's why it took like 2 years to come out, because nobody got what they were trying to do. They weren't doing like death rap or anything like that's big now, but they were just doing some more hardcore, more negative, like feeling stuff. And he was like, nah. And then yeah, but like it's to say, like it's like compared to what we were doing back then and with the demos and whatnot, and what Gravediggers were doing, it's like this was just a cash grab from Russell. They released they did a single that kind of like made some noise. The album was trash. It did nothing, and it went nowhere after that. But yeah, but
this was when Def Jam was starting to do this.
Yeah,
They
well,
were
yeah.
starting to tank.
Well, because they were just reaching out for anything that was
Right.
different. It was also a different time in hip hop where things weren't going as planned. Things were changing. This is the backpack era, and you had guys doing independent records and whatnot. No, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We gotta. So it was just a weird time also with that. But hey, that's a conversation for a different podcast.
True that.
Hip hop, something about hip hop. But I hope you guys enjoyed tonight.
I did. For certain.
Absolutely.
I hope you guys enjoyed what we laid down this evening, all three of you, and whoever's gonna. I'm just looking for something to put in the background. Oh, and everybody else that's gonna be watching later. But real quick, let me do one more thing before we're out of here. Share my screen and Chrome tab it. Share. All right, you guys see this? I'm gonna go full screen with this so people can see what it is.
Boom.
All right, there's the Bandcamp. Sitting here, loving it. Let me go to the edit button and publish.
There it is.
All right, there it is. I like to do this live on the streams, but it is now live for you guys to download the MP3s if you want to, or just stream via Bandcamp. It will be on Spotify and everything later on, but for now, until the end of the month, it is free. But if you want to name your price and buy me a beer, it's all good. It's all good. But there it is. Hope you guys enjoy it.
There, everybody. You set this up at the candy table on a speaker. Halloween night.
Yeah, man. Just I wanted to release this earlier because I like I said earlier, I realized like, why would I release a Halloween record on Halloween weekend? It's like you got 2 days to enjoy it and everybody's gonna forget about it. So at least if I put it out now, you know what I mean? You can listen to it now and maybe go back and listen to the first one. You know what I mean? So I'm just looking for something here to fucking play here while we're. Wow, this is a track that I did with my buddy. I gotta play this. It's from 1999 or 2001. I did this with this dude called God Bless.
This might just be the best you heard.
This is old. He just sent it to me. I'm like, oh shit.
I bless the words. Hey yo, you better flee hops or get your head flown 3 blocks.
Was that Big L he was quoting?
Yeah, so when did Big L come out?
90? 91?
No, whatever. I don't remember fucking times.
Me either. I'm not good with that shit.
Yeah, it could have been later than that, but whatever the fuck it is. Yeah. He just sent me that. Like, I haven't heard that in fucking years. All right. Usually I try to get us out here on something that's different, or a leak. Let me get a leak. You guys want a leak? You want us to get out here on a leak?
Let's do it.
That's not a leak, but that shit is dope. I forgot what the fuck that was. This is definitely like old school, like 95, 96. Oh, here we go. Where are we going in December? What's coming out in December? What have I been fucking for 2 years? What's coming out? Where are we going, people?
Bass!
Ralphie's looking at me like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Nah, that sound sounds very familiar.
All right. This is the last project for me. Maybe I'll throw Industrimentals in there just to fucking keep people appeased. But we have Coastal the 5 coming out the end of the month on Halloween. And then December, end of the year, I'm finally going to release the thing I've been trying to release for 2 years, but I'm afraid and I'm fucking working on. Space Music. Here's a tease. There you go. See, I had to lay it up for the 0 viewers, but they'll watch it later if I keep it up. But I already leaked the shit out of this fucking album. All right. All right, that's enough. That's enough.
Bruh.
You start adding all those fucking things in there. The fucking boo 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 boo. Oh,
Boom, boom,
that is. Yeah, this is a project that has been on the back burner for a long time because I don't know. I don't know if people are ready. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know where I want to go sometimes, but it changes. But things that happened this past year makes me want to really release it for someone that was looking so forward to this record. So I am making sure that this comes out in December and just letting it go, whether what it is or what not, it'll happen. So
boom.
This fourth quarter Space Music will be released. So,
and if it's anything like that,
no, but I mean honestly, I hope you guys enjoy Trick or Beatz too, man. It's a fun project. It's a fun listen. It's something that you throw on in the background and enjoy. Put it together with the one and hit that shuffle. Hit that shuffle. And it's really a fun, cool listen, especially this time of year with the trick-or-treaters and whatnot. But I always make negative music. A lot of my music is very negative, and you know what I mean? It just has that different vibe, like that, not evil vibe, but you get what I'm saying, like, not your happy. I mean, I do make some happy shit, but it's not, I don't know, whatever, but here we go.
Happy don't make you think.
No. But Trick or Beatz 2, it's live right now on Bandcamp. Get it on Bandcamp. It's also going to be on the streaming platforms. Give me a couple of weeks. I want this to play a little bit, make it a little exclusive. But, Ralph, thank you for fucking joining me, man. Let's get the fuck out of here, man. I took enough of your time, man. I took enough of your time. Hey, Dormammu. Oh.
Yeah, we lost him.
I think the kids
got caught.
He found them. The kids found them. They opened the garage door. He's like, oh, fuck, I got caught.
There he is.
Shout out to everybody who watched us live, and everybody's going to watch it later. I don't know how long I'm going to keep this up. Hopefully I'll get no sample fucking flags on Facebook, but whatever. I'll keep it up as long as I can. Thank you guys for joining us. Dust Mites, Ralphie, Chica Beats 2, Kobala Records, Colts of the 15 coming out soon. But yeah, man, had a great time tonight, man. As you could tell.
Me too, man. It was fun. It was fun.
I really hope you guys enjoy this fucking this project and give it a whirl, man. I appreciate you. All right, fuck it. This should have been on the fucking album.